Hi, I'm Katie Cartwright.
And I'm Patty Fitzsimmons. And the name of the group at the Sunrise Center is called Spirit Circle. Why would we have a group like this? Because psychologists tell us that 80% of people have had mystical or spiritual experiences in their lifetime, but are very afraid to talk about it. I know when I had my mystical experience 30 years ago, I found that I was pretty disturbed and I had no one to talk to. I was afraid to call anyone because I thought they would think I was crazy.
Well, then you really would have appreciated our group.
I would.
Because that's the whole point, is to create a sacred and safe place for us to be able to share these kinds of experiences. So I'd like to hear more about your experience.
Okay, well, 30 years ago, I was struggling in my marriage, and I went to a retreat center in the Santa Cruz Mountains to think about whether or not I should get a divorce. And while I was there, I went on a hike up a mountain that I was told there was a view of Monterey Bay from there. And so I went up this mountain, and when I got to the top, I felt this experience of physical arms around me in a divine embrace, and it was wonderful. I sat there for 2 hours in this bliss that I had never experienced before. And when I came down from the mountaintop, I realized I had a new way of seeing things, and I had a sense of my own dignity that I never had before. And also, I had a feeling that there was a destiny for me.
What a powerful experience, Patty. Well, I've had something a little different. Instead of one major experience, I've had a variety of different experiences over a period of time. And one experience that I had in particular I want to share with you, and that's where I got the cosmic joke. The cosmic joke is where there was an incongruity with my sense of my day-to-day reality and a new sense, a knowledge of what reality actually is. So let me give you a highlight from that experience. I was with a couple of friends who were energy workers, and they asked me to lie down, and they placed these stones in kind of like a cross formation, with my heart center being at the midpoint. And then I began to breathe and move energy as I know how to do. And I was moving energy up my body and out through my crown. And it didn't take much. And suddenly I was experiencing this feeling of overwhelming peace and love and joy and compassion. But I had a knowledge of this is what reality actually is. That in fact, the reality that I was living in, where I was letting myself be a worrier, wasn't the reality at all. So as this experience progressed, the incongruity of the two experiences, my sense of life and what was real, was so funny that I began to laugh. And it was such a deep, deep laugh that I wasn't making any sounds. I just, for minutes before finally, the sound started to come out. It was just an amazing experience. And I really got the cosmic joke at that point. And walked away with the experience that we have a completely different reality, and most of us don't even know it. But I knew it was real.
Well, Katie, I really understand what you're saying, because when I came back to my reality, I had to remove everything that was no longer life-giving, which meant that I went through a divorce, moved my children to Whidbey Island, and during those 12 years that I was a single parent on Whidbey Island, I spent time doing my inner work and healing my wounds. It was a great deal of work. I'm glad I did it. I call what I experienced on the mountaintop a honeymoon experience, because it did go on for about 3 more years. And I've had little experiences like that over the 30 years. But I have to say, the embers of the fiery bliss kind of died down into what I would call just a partnership with God. And my experience has always been relational. I have never felt separated from God, and am always aware of how much I am loved.
That feels really good to hear. Well, I'm looking forward to our group. We will be focusing on integrating our experience more fully, welcoming people to share or just listen as they choose, but creating a safe and sacred space for people to be able to feel comfortable and enjoy the process of learning from one another about our spiritual and mystical experiences.
That's right, and we want to welcome everyone. It's open to all, and our environment that we're creating is very safe, and you can come and listen. If you don't want to share a mystical experience, you can certainly listen. And so we don't want anyone to feel that it's not for you. Come and join us. We'd love to have you.
Yes, please do come.